Coming up, OU Nightly tracks down the infamous tortilla guy. What he says John Mateer told him about the Texas game. The Beat Bevo Bash returns to campus. We've got reaction from students. And how the government shutdown is affecting an OU Texas tradition. This is OU Nightly.
OU Texas is just a few days away and the festivities have already begun. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bryn Mead.
And I'm Clay Webster. We begin tonight with the question on every fan's mind. Is John Mateer going to play this weekend? OU Nightly's Michael Thompson spoke to the man whom Mateer supposedly spoke to, the source himself.
Well, if you look behind me at OU's practice field, you will not see the Oklahoma football team. Where are they? Well, they've gone inside this week as they prepare for the Red River Showdown. Why? Well, that's the question that everyone is trying to figure out.
Day 2 John Mateer watch, currently embedded in one of the bushes outside of Gaylord Family Oakland Memorial Stadium.
Sooner Scoop's Eddie Radosevich is hiding in a bush because of the most famous thumb in Oklahoma. Is OU trying to hide John Mateer? Brent Venables says they're inside because they finally received air conditioning in their practice facility and added this.
Practicing in 71-degree weather is a little different than 90 degrees.
I love you, BV. That's some bull you just said.
It's not hot right now, so I don't know what he's talking about there.
Clearly, students don't buy it. One being Cooper Whitaker, the viral tortilla presser who did his own reporting when he found himself face-to-face with Mateer while working at Chipotle.
Kind of try to keep it composed, but then I was like immediately like, so how's the thumb? You know, and then I was like, are you playing for OU Texas? And he was like, yeah, definitely. And then I was like super geeked, you know, like the whole conversation after that. He showed me his thumb. It was only stitches, no cast. He said the doctor shouldn't put 3 nails in there, so he's all good.
While Venables says one thing, Whitaker says this.
BV has been very careful with his words recently. He's been like, we assume he's not playing. We say these things. He's like, oh, you know, he's like trying hard. But what Mateer told me is that he definitely wants to play.
The tortilla presser's reporting might not be credible, but this take is.
I don't hate a lot of things, being a Christian and all, but Texas is from Satan.
Well, that take might be questionable, but so could John Mateer when the injury report comes out later tonight at 7 o'clock. Reporting from campus, Michael Thompson, OU Nightly.
And the first Sovol Series event kicked off today at noon with the Beat Bevo Bash. OU Nightly's Kiriana Gamboa is live in the studio tonight to tell us what this party means to students ahead of OU Texas weekend. Kiriana, how are the vibes out there?
Britton Clay, I was out there earlier today and I can say that it was a blast. I even had the chance to ride the Ferris wheel, but while I was out there I had multiple students tell me that they were excited to get together before they leave to Dallas.
OU's Beat Bevo Bash is making a comeback to campus. It's a part of the new Sovol series that the Division of Student Affairs puts together.
We took a lot of the elements of like classic Bevo bashes that we've had in the past, and we just tried to make them bigger and bring them out to the South Oval.
The event was designed to showcase school spirit heading into OU Texas weekend.
It's got a carnival-like feel and flavor to it, and I think people are just enjoying themselves and thinking about how badly we're going to beat Texas.
Students were able to grab free Beat Texas t-shirts, decorate hats, and even ride a Ferris wheel.
Like, the energy here is great. It's awesome. People are like doing all types of crazy stuff out here. There's a Ferris wheel. It's really just a fun experience to be here at OU.
I was born and raised, saw them off, but it's really cool to come to Oklahoma and see like all the spirit.
I love seeing, you know, our community get together just for one cause, and that is to beat Texas.
This Texas State Fair inspired event isn't just about fun and games, it's about bringing the OU community together and, of course, beating Texas.
Beat Texas. Boop. There we go.
No, I'd just like to say directly to Texas, we're going to beat you.
That was quite the warning from the president, but Texas, y'all better be ready. And personally, I can't wait to head to the game on Saturday. But speaking of the game, Rachel, how's the weather going to look like this weekend for those heading down south?
Yeah, Cariana. Well, if you enjoyed the weather today, you're definitely going to enjoy the weather later on this weekend for OU Texas. We'll get into that later in our main weather. But for right now, we've got some showers to our southwest and some showers in the Texas Panhandle. These are going to be the last of the rain that we're going to see throughout the weekend. And then current temperatures right now, 79 degrees here in Norman, 76 in Oklahoma City, and 82 out in Lawton. So it's pretty warm. It's going to stay warm. Fall isn't here just yet. We have an allergy update and then that game day forecast coming back.
Thanks, Rachel. One of the great OU Texas traditions, the Run to Dallas, which is traditionally sponsored by ROTC, has fallen victim to the government shutdown. Cadets are still making the run to Dallas, but must participate as student volunteers, according to an OU spokesperson. Because of the government shutdown, they cannot participate officially as members of the Naval ROTC program. Back in 2013, the Run to Dallas was also canceled due to government shutdown. Dean of Students Dr. David Surratt says on Instagram, it's great to see students carrying forward a proud tradition, and not because anyone required it, but because they wanted to continue something meaningful together. We reached out to OU ROTC about the situation, but did not get a response back.
And speaking of the government shutdown, Elle Gedman has more on how it's affecting the U.S. and other national and international headlines from the News Center. Elle?
That's right, Clay. It's day 8 of the government shutdown, and we're starting to see a bigger impact on air travel. Flight delays are expected for the 3rd day in a row at airports across the country. The FAA is bracing for more staffing shortages due to air traffic controllers working without pay. Controllers are considered essential government employees and required to work during the shutdown. Former FBI Director James Comey has pleaded not guilty on federal charges. Comey made his first court appearance today, where lawyers argued that the case was politically motivated, claiming it was only filed after pressure from President Trump. He is accused of lying to Congress and obstructing a congressional proceeding. And the last of the 10 inmates that escaped a New Orleans prison earlier this year is back in jail tonight. Derek Groves was taken back into custody today after being on the run for nearly 5 months. The convicted murderer climbed through a hole behind a toilet along with 9 other prisoners who were captured shortly after. Since the jailbreak, at least 16 people have been arrested for helping the escaped inmates. And a soccer match between Argentina and Puerto Rico that was supposed to take place in Chicago has been moved to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, due to the immigration crackdown in the city. Clay, Bryn.
Thanks, Elle. It's officially 1 week until the Turning Point USA event is on OU's campus. Coming up, find out what led the group to move the event to the Lloyd Noble Center.
And updates on the Palisades fires that devastated parts of Los Angeles in January. Stick with us to find out who's to blame and who, or rather what, helped in finding them.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over. Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
To the Palisades wildfires in California, and a ChatGPT photo is part of the case. Abigail Nickel has that and more in today's Earth Report. Sorry for technical difficulties, but police have arrested a man accused of starting the wildfire in California's Pacific Palisades last January. 29-year-old Jonathan Rindernet is facing arson charges. Police say he generated a ChatGPT image of a burning city before starting the fire. A dozen people died and thousands of homes and businesses were destroyed. And authorities in Arkansas have released the name of a man killed in a recent bear attack. 60-year-old Max Thomas was found dead near the campground where he was staying in Ozark National Forest. Authorities believe they have killed the bear responsible for the attack. The campground was temporarily closed for the safety of the public. And back here in Norman, Native American leaders and environmental researchers gathered at the Sam Noble Museum last week for the Native American Energy in Transition Symposium hosted by the Caddo Nation. The symposium's goal was to educate others on old problems and the new challenges in Indian country. A theme park in Canada called Marineland is in financial trouble tonight after their government stopped a plan to sell beluga whales to the aquarium in China. Clay.
Thanks, Bren. OU's Turning Point USA chapter has confirmed that the event taking place on campus October 16th might be moved from McCaslin Fieldhouse to the Lloyd Noble Center. The event has received over 5,000 RSVPs, but the Fieldhouse can only hold around 3,000 people. The Lloyd Noble Center can hold around 11,000. Scheduled speakers for the event include comedian Russell Brand, reality TV star Savannah Chrisley, and Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt.
And how one Norman community member is using his time to take care of others.
How it only took a parking lot and a dream to make Normanites look and feel their best.
And Oklahoma is bringing the heat to Dallas in more ways than one. Your OU Texas forecast when we come back.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Well, welcome back to OU Nightly. We are so glad to have you here on this Wednesday afternoon. We are taking a look at our Weather Center cam right now. You can see a couple clouds in the sky, some clouds out to our southwest where we had those rain showers are starting to dissipate as they move east, but that'll be the last of the rain we'll see for this week. 79 degrees here in Norman, current temperature statewide, 79 in Norman, 76 in Oklahoma City, 79 out in Guyman, and then some 80s down in Lawton. So we're staying pretty warm. Again, doesn't feel like fall around here, and it's going to continue to not feeling like fall for the next few days, at least until the beginning of next week. The good news is, though, our allergies are down from what they were last week. We're no longer sitting those highs, those very highs, that we're now sitting in that medium. So it's still a little bit uncomfortable, but the good news is it's coming down. It's going to stay down for a little while, and that's good. It's something we want to see with those allergies. Now, with this air mass forecast that we're seeing for this week, here's why we're having these warmer temperatures. Right now, we're sitting under a summer ridge, and it's fall, so it's not summer ridge, it's a not so summer ridge, but this is typically what is giving us those heat dome, that heat, the 80-degree temperatures that we are seeing, and it's going to continue through this weekend. We're going to have that high pressure sit right over us. Hopefully by Monday, Tuesday, we'll see that ridge start to pan out, start to lay out, and then we'll maybe get some rain on Monday and Tuesday. But for right now, that ridge is going to stick around, and it is going to give us that higher temperatures, at least for your OU Texas game. Looking at our drought monitor, again, because of those higher temperatures, we have not seen any rain here in Norman. Now, this will update tomorrow, but I imagine it's probably going to stay the same going into next week. Temperature outlook, again, we're going to stay above average, as well as our precipitation outlook. We're going to stay below average for our rain. It's going to be dry, it's going to be hot, and it's going to continue to be that way going into OU Texas. Lows tonight, though, we'll see 63 here in Norman. Highs tomorrow, again, 87 here in Norman. Take a look at this 7-day forecast, though. For your game on Saturday, 87 degrees. It'll feel the same down in Dallas. So, again, we're going to go ahead and bring the heat down with us to Texas for OU Texas game.
Oh, man. I am going to need some sunscreen this weekend for sure.
Definitely.
Well, one Norman community member is making change by giving free haircuts to those who need them. OU Nightly's Emma McAndrews is live with the story.
Bryn, I'm currently standing in the Colonial Estate Shopping Center parking lot, which to most is just a parking lot. But on Sundays, it can be where new beginnings start.
You want to go Mustang on it, you got to do your thing. Do your thing, man.
This is Malachi, a student barber helping people one haircut at a time.
Oh, well, I like looking good personally. I like cutting my own hair, making sure I look right.
That feeling is what drives his passion of being a barber.
I remember when I was getting free haircuts, it's almost just like just keeping the circle going type of thing. That's all it is.
But it means more than just a haircut.
Texas, I was graduating high school. I needed a haircut. I didn't have money for the haircut. Long story short, ended up getting the haircut I needed to look good for graduation. Repetitive, bro. So that's another reason.
And it wasn't just his own story that brought him here.
Giving back to the community, tapping in, interacting with the people, that's always been cool. I think there was a dude out here, he was getting ready for like an interview or something. I got him right for the interview, things like that. That's what I enjoy.
Malachi wants to show others.
You see me, you can do it. You can do it. It's definitely, I'm just another example of what's possible. I guess you can say I'm another example of what's possible, for sure.
And his momager, as Malachi calls her, couldn't be prouder.
He wanted to give back, and like I said, he loves to cut hair, and how it transforms anybody. Seeing his face after he cut somebody's hair, how proud he is, it makes me.
And Malachi hopes to own his own barber shop one day named Misfits. But for now, he'll be right here in the parking lot giving free haircuts out to the Norman community. Reporting in Norman, I'm Emma McAndrews, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Emma. Maybe some of the OU players can get a free haircut for the Red River game this weekend. Let's see who's in or out.
And in a sports potential decision for college athletes to make a little extra money on the side on top of NIL.
Yeah, Clay, I love talking about money as long as I'm getting it and not losing it.
And if you like to gamble, I will put it all on red this weekend. I'll have more on who's the favorite in the Red River Showdown next.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
All right, look at you taking the stairs. Who are you?
We're your lungs. We are proud of you for quitting smoking, but you still may be at risk for lung cancer.
A routine cancer scan can detect it early when it's more curable. Good to know. Well, I gotta go somewhere.
So do we.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Hello, I'm Dalton Davis, and it's time for sports. The Horns are down, literally, as OU is now favored by 1.5 points to win the Red River rivalry. Texas opened as 5.5-point favorites, so what changed? John Mateer's status for the game. Is he a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
We have the utmost confidence in both those guys, whoever runs out there. And, like I said, we're just going to revert back to our standards as an offense. We're going to do what we do and go out there and don't let Oklahoma beat Oklahoma. And, we can have success no matter who runs out there.
John's a very process guy. He's going to follow the directions given by the doctor, and if there's any sort of gray area, he may lean towards more of the darker shade of the gray whenever it comes to a recovery process, and that's just because he's a competitor, and that's just kind of how he's wired.
Even though John Mateer hasn't been listed as the starter, Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian told the media Texas will plan for him. It seems Sarkisian has high praise for Mateer and is expecting him to play on Saturday. College athletes may be able to use some of their NIL money towards betting, as the D1 committee has lifted the ban for staff and players to bet on professional sports. This is not in effect yet, as it will take the D2 and D3 committee to also lift the ban. The SEC announces this season's women's basketball TV schedule. Oklahoma will play a program record of 13 games on national television. They have to be doing something right because that is the second most behind LSU with 17. The Sooners will play games on ABC, ESPN, and SEC Network. The Sooners volleyball team is 11-3 so far this season and looking to improve to 4-1 in SEC play against South Carolina on Friday. With the first conference tournament in 20 years around the corner, they are wanting to win it all.
I'm excited. I know I've grown up watching March Madness and stuff like that, and once you get to tournament time, anything can happen. So I'm just excited for us to make a run during that time.
Yeah, I'm also excited. Hopefully being SEC tournament champions would be great, but just taking it one game at a time I'm super stoked.
The SEC is a tough schedule, and we just look at the team we're playing next and what we can do during practice that week and how we can stick together to beat them.
UU soccer team is set to play 4th-ranked Tennessee. This is their 4th-ranked matchup of the season. The Sooners have lost their last 2 ranked matchups and tied with Texas A&M 0-0. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. to see the Sooners face off. Clay, Bryn.
Clay, it's looking like this weekend, if you are wanting a seat in the Cotton Bowl, the real rivalry is between your bank account and your need to see Texas take the L.
That's right, Bryn. We're tracking the most expensive Red River tickets at the Cotton Bowl. Hope your credit card can go 4 quarters because your wallet might just be on the injury report.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater. Water is our most precious resource, and something that should be conserved and used wisely. Here is a water conservation tip you can try. In the bathroom, turn off the water while you brush your teeth. You'll save about 4 gallons per minute. That comes out to about 200 gallons a week for a family of 4. Water is life. This message was brought to you by the City of Norman.
I'm Megan Howard at the OU Nightly Update Desk. The OU chapter of Turning Point USA released a statement canceling an event that was supposed to take place last night with guest speaker Mary S. Karp. According to the statement posted on Instagram, the event was canceled due to ongoing death threats directed towards Karp. She was expected to speak on the 2-year mark since the war in Gaza. The university told OU Nightly that the safety and well-being of the campus community remains their highest priority at all times. Bryn Clay, back to you in the studio.
If you're looking for last-minute tickets this weekend, you may have to break the bank. According to the Red River Showdown official ticket marketplace, SeatGeek's most expensive ticket is listed at nearly $6,000.
That's right, and some of the lower bowl tickets will cost you well over $1,000 for the most devoted fans. But there are still several nosebleed tickets ranging for just a few $100s.
Thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bryn Mead.
And I'm Clay Webster. Good night and beat Texas.
Water is our most precious resource.